Tens of thousands of North Carolina residents spent another night in the cold after officials say someone deliberately opened fire on two energy substations. Joining us now from Moore County, North Carolina, is NBC News correspondent Blayne Alexander. Blayne, good morning. So what more are we learning here, not only about the state of emergency that's been put in place there, but what exactly happened?
Well, Willie, good morning to you. That's right. Priority number one is getting the lights and power back on. This morning, there are still some 37,000 people in this area who don't have power, who don't have heat. And we're talking about temperatures that are in the low 40s. So we know that crews are working around the clock to try and repair these two very severely damaged substations. But they say it could still be as late as Thursday before the majority of people see their lights back on. Meanwhile, investigators here are still looking into what they call a willful and malicious attack. As the sun sets on Moore County, North Carolina, tens of thousands of residents are left in the dark for a third straight night. How did you guys stay warm?
A lot of blankets.
The work of at least one criminal vandal, officials say, who intentionally targeted the county's electrical system.
What happened here Saturday night was a criminal attack.
The FBI says it's investigating willful damage after officials say at least one gunman broke through gates, accessing two Duke Energy substations and started shooting. Enough damage to knock out power to more than 45,000 customers, the majority of them still in the dark.
This was not no random act. This was something targeted. The folks that done this knew exactly what they were doing. So, and that's scary.
Businesses, roads, and busy intersections all in the dark. How dangerous is this situation?
It's very dangerous. We've had several accidents involved already due to power outages. We had some shots fired. We had robbery attempts.
Duke Energy would not detail security measures around the substations, but says they do meet industry requirements. Are these energy stations secure enough?
You know, we have robust security measures and requirements as an electric utility. We're regulated. So we do look for opportunities of how we can improve that process, things that we can do, and we'll take learnings from this.
As temperatures dip into the low 40s, for many, this grocery store, one of the few with power, is the only refuge.
It's cold, and I come over here a couple of times a day to get some hot food.
Just to get warm?
Yeah.
We have no heat. We have no cooking facilities. We have none of that.
How are you getting by?
Barely.
And Willie, of course, we're seeing different spots around the area, just like that grocery store, that are running on generator power. People are flocking to those areas to try and charge their phones or just get warm for a little bit. Meanwhile, officials say that as of this morning, there are no suspects and they don't yet have a motive, Willie.
Yeah, no claims of responsibility, nothing like that in a rural area, less than 40,000 people there hit by that. You'd think if there was some kind of a targeted terrorist attack, Charlotte 2 hours to the west. Strange story, many more questions to be answered. NBC's Blayne Alexander. Blayne, thanks so much. Mr. Secretary, if you were still there at Homeland Security, what kind of questions would you be asking this morning?
Well, first, I'd want to know what the motive for the attack was. This is no doubt a willful and malicious criminal act. I'd want to know whether this is part of some larger criminal plot or plan for an attack on critical infrastructure, on power grids.
Like a tryout or something?
This is yet another reminder of the importance of redundancy in critical infrastructure. If you can take out two substations with gunfire, which then takes out the power for 45,000 people in North Carolina, that really does speak to the need for the ability to have redundancy if there's a physical kinetic attack on a substation like this. DHS has been putting out bulletins lately every 6 months warning about the heightened threat environment. One of the things that I noted from the latest bulletin is that attackers can be inspired by prior attacks. And that's consistent with my own experience here. So this is a dangerous environment. My guess is that the FBI, local police are hot on the trail of these guys, whoever did this. I wouldn't be surprised if there were surveillance cameras at the substation. And my bet is that they're arrested before a week.
Really? Okay.
A week.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be following this, especially given the implications that you alluded to there.